Good to go.
Imagine being pulled away from your home with only enough time to put a few of your belongings in a trash bag, and you're placed in a stranger's home for the night. Unfortunately, this is what kids in foster care face, and their life becomes a carousel of inconsistencies. My name is Rebecca Woodard, and thank you so much for being here today. It is my desire to inform you about the need for more licensed and adopt families in Cherokee County, North Carolina. This process comes, believe it or not, with little sacrifice and much reward, and I'm going to explain to you how today. So, last year, my husband and I took on this adventure to take these adoption classes at DSS. We were scared, but we felt like that was where God was pushing us to do, and we still feel that way. Just so you know, the classes that we took are free, and we obtained our foster and our adoption license by taking these classes. We have learned so much about the needs of a child who has been through a hurtful situation, and we are also continuing to take training classes throughout the year to keep up our certification. That is a requirement, but it takes very little of your time throughout the year. It's a matter of hours. We are currently fostering a 14-year-old female, and I never thought we'd go the teenager route, but we did. God's plan is always different than our plan. But we're very excited that we're going to start the adoption process May of this year. So I want to encourage others to consider becoming licensed to foster and adopt. I'm going to cover 3 main ideas: defining fostering and adoption, the need for licensed families in Cherokee County, and the financial aspect and the benefits. Believe it or not, there's benefits for the families and there's benefits for the kids. So, what is fostering and adoption? A family can be licensed to foster and adopt. Foster care is when a family brings a child into their home and treats them as if it's their very own. Fostering a child can extend anywhere from a few days, a few weeks, or years even. And with the child we were supposed to keep her for just over a week, and it turned into long-term fostering, and it's going to turn into permanent adoption. So, fostering a child can extend anywhere from a few weeks that I covered. It varies due to parental rights being revoked. A child may not feel comfortable in the home and they may be moved to another home. Or there may be reunification with that child's parents, which is what DSS strives for, but they want that reunification. When parents' rights have been terminated, the child is available to be adopted, and they become a permanent member of the family, which is what we are hoping for. So, I have 3 points about the needs for these licensed families. How many kids in foster care are there in foster care in Cherokee County? According to Roseanne Hanford, whose title is Social Worker 2 at Cherokee County DSS, there are 65 kids in foster care in Cherokee County. I'm going to show you my little chart here. There's 65 kids that are in foster care. Miss Hanford was our class instructor when we took the classes, and she knows all the ins and outs of everything. So how many kids are available to be adopted through foster care? For a child to be adopted through fostering, their parents' rights must be first terminated, and that is determined through the court system. According to Ms. Hanford, there are currently 15 children in Cherokee County with TPR, terminated parental rights, and they are available to be adopted. So out of those 65 kids, there are 15 who are just free and clear to be adopted right now. So out of all that, how many foster families are there right now in Cherokee County? This is interesting, and this is a quote from Ms. Hanford. She says, there are 22 families right now that are licensed to foster in Cherokee County. But keep in mind, many of those families are relatives that become licensed solely to adopt their loved one that became a part of that system, of the foster care system. So just because I'm telling you there are 22 families, that doesn't mean I have available families to place these foster care children with. So 22 sounds like a lot sometimes to some people, but it's really not. And many times DSS is calling around and looking for a bed for one night. Say, I need to place this child somewhere. We have no idea where they're going to stay. And that's how the girl we are adopting, that's how she came into our life. Oh, by the way, we'll be there in 15 minutes. But there's other opportunities. If you feel that maybe fostering and adoption is not your thing, that's not what God has called you to, there is a thing called respite. Respite gives foster families a break, and it's basically you're a babysitter, a volunteer babysitter, and you're giving foster families a break. They may be going on vacation, they may just need a break for the weekend, and you take their kid in just for a few days, and there is compensation with that as incentive to have more people volunteer. It's $15 to $20 a day for respite care, and you get paid monthly for that. So there are benefits, like I said. Another main point is the financial aspect and benefits. I'm going to hold this back up. Benefits. I hope everybody can see it. I can bring it around closer later. The benefits for the family, many people think, I can't afford to foster and adopt. I can't afford another kid. I can't afford the kids I already have, which was me. But there are things that help you with your finances. The monthly pay scale for foster families is 0 to 5 years old of age is $475 per month. Ages 6 to 12 years old is $581 per month. And ages ages 13 and up is $634 per month. And that may not sound like a whole lot of money, but it pretty much reimburses the family for the cost of having a teenager. And we all know that can be pricey, but it really does help. And you get that paycheck per month, and you have that feeling of, whew, I've got a little bit of relief that I'm getting a little help back. And I appreciate getting that myself. Next, I want to talk to you about, I'll put right there, about more benefits, the LINKS program. This is just for the adopted and foster children. The LINKS program is all about the benefit of them. The kids can volunteer their time at churches, businesses, and they get paid $5 an hour. If they do good on their grades at school, they can get money, they can get pizza parties, all kinds of incentives. Children in foster care, this is important, hear me on this. Those that are adopted and in foster care get their college completely paid for. And you can read more about that at ncreach.org. And guys, I just want to thank you so much for being here, and I want you to know that there's a clear need for a license to foster and adopt families in Cherokee County. A licensed family will benefit financially, and they will be able to extend their families, which I think is awesome, and you help a hurting child. It is my hope that everyone has been well informed today, and thank you so much. And remember, you can take these classes yourself. I can hand out these pamphlets here in just a few minutes, and you can learn about how you can call and find out more. Thank you for your time.